This is the Vince, the man himself that played in the NFL from 1977 to 1986. He's running this camp here. Our son was invited out, or my son, excuse me, was invited out by his brother to have a day with this amazing legend. So Vince, if you speak up a little bit, the camera's a little low. So what is the type of structure you run here?
Well, this is our off-season training camp here at San Diego Canyon College in Orange, and we invite a lot of the high school quarterbacks and receivers and running backs to come to camp. And what we try to give the kids is an advantage mentally about the game and how the game has evolved and what the complexities of the offenses are, and a little breakdown about certain defenses. We give the kids a little bit more mental edge with their competition, and what we see that the develop in the off season for especially a quarterback is paramount if he wants to go and play at the high school level, do well, be successful, and go on to play in college.
All right. You've trained and worked with some of the best in high schools so far, right?
Well, we've worked with a lot of quarterbacks over the years. We worked with Colt Brennan, who went on to Hawaii and set the school records there. We've worked with Chris Ricks, who went to Florida State. Now we're working with Johnny Stanton. Johnny's going to University of Nebraska. And I've worked with Michael Eubank at Arizona State, the phenom from Corona. And so a lot of quarterbacks have come. And I think the important thing to remember is you may work with a bunch of coaches throughout your career, but there's always one coach that's going to give you that extra detail or that small thing that's going to make your play that much better. So you're going to learn from everybody. So in my thing, I think if I can teach somebody one little thing, it's well worth it.
All right. So let's talk about your NFL career.
Yeah. I got drafted in 1977 by the Rams out of the University of Nebraska. Played 10 years professionally, 1 year in Canada. I played for LA when the Rams were here in Los Angeles. Then I went to Green Bay. Got traded to Green Bay. And went to Buffalo for 1 year.
So,
and then I retired.
So you played in, not to bring it up.
Old timer.
Not to bring it up, but you played in Joe Montana's era.
Joe Montana was just coming up when we played against him in San Francisco, and you had to be very careful because even when he was in his younger day, he could really move the team. And of course, he played under Bill Walsh. The West Coast offense evolved then, and they had great success. Won 4 Super Bowls. And,
wow.
Of course, Joe was Hall of Famer and one of the best quarterbacks of all time. And I was glad I get a chance to play against him and beat him a couple times.
That's something very few people can say they've done.
Yeah, that's right.
I did some research in your career. I mean, you're an amazing quarterback. I mean, with the Rams, when you beat the Dallas Cowboys,
right.
It was an amazing thing. So, first of all, I didn't have a chance to say it, but I'd like to personally, formally thank you for this interview. So let's talk about, you've heard about Robert Jr., correct?
I saw him today, yeah, and he's playing pretty well. I mean, he's throwing the ball pretty good. Of course, a lot of detail and a lot of intangibles go into the makeup of a good quarterback.
Correct.
From a mechanical standpoint, he looks pretty sound. So we're glad to be working with him.
Well, thank you. So,
best of luck to the high school when they're in school and this upcoming season.
So you would say that West Adams got a pretty good quarterback at this time?
Yeah, they got a pretty good one in the making. We'll see. If he keeps working, thinks he's needs improvement, and I think we got a chance to work with him.
All right, well, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you very much.